Now that we have our setup done for our project, we're going to start working. So we double click on our folder and then we find our practice Adobe Premiere project and we open that. Again, it'll take just a few minutes to open. So here's where we left off. Let's take a listen to Mrs. Sussman's interview, just this first part.
Hello, could you state your name for the camera, please?
My name is Beatrice Sussman.
Okay, so we immediately know we don't want me on there, right? And you will notice with Mrs. Sussman that she's very quick to jump into an answer, and she doesn't take breaths between statements, and that can cause a lot of challenges when you're editing. But we figure out ways to make it work. So let's back up. As you can see down here on the audio channel, which I can make bigger so you can see it better, you see there's nothing here, and then we hear me. Let's see.
Hello, could you state your name for the camera, please?
And right about there is where we want to get rid of this whole set of footage. So there's several ways you can do this. You can go right here, and when you see that little red arrow, you can pull it in, and then you click in the empty space, and you hit delete. And now we should be able to...
My name is Beatrice.
Oh, that was a genius edit. Now let's undo it. So edit undo is your best friend here, okay, right? Edit undo. And I'm going to show you another way. So we can go here. Oh, we hear me.
Could you say your name for the camera, please?
Oh, I'm going to say please.
My name.
So we can see where it goes up right there. Okay. You can take this little razor blade right here, click on it, and cut it right there. Okay. But you have to remember to go back to your pointer. So you have to click back over here on the little arrow, the selection tool. Then you can click on this side. They're connected. We can unconnect them if we want them to, but for right now, that's a good thing. And we hit the delete button. Then we click on the empty space, and we hit the delete button. Oops, sorry. Hit the delete button again. And we should have...
My name is Beatrice Sussman.
Beautiful. So you can do that either way. People usually like to use the red arrow and push it in because if they make a mistake, they can easily pull it out. But the way Premiere is now, let me pull it away from its end, you can still do that. See, the footage is still there. It's just being hidden. So,
For the camera, please.
so now I'm going to fix it. Also, you can use your little arrow keys on your keyboard, and that'll take you back one frame. So I'm going to once again do this, drag it to there, click on here, and hit delete. So now I have just edited the
My name is Beatrice Sussman.
opening. Perfect. Now let's go to the end. Okay, so I'm going to widen this out so I can get there quicker. I'm going to drag the end over here, and you'll see what I mean by
Yeah, but
oops.
that was okay. They didn't kill like the Germans did then.
All right, see, like the Germans did then. We don't want that there. So I'm going to widen it out again. This is going to be the difficult part. It's a really good practice edit for you, though. It's right there. Then. So let's pull that in and see if that works.
The Germans did.
Okay, that was perfect. I got rid of the then, right? But we notice that's a really quick ending. So here's a little trick that we're going to do with this project. We're going to go back to the last clip we see of her. Okay, very low. That was it. Go back one. That's the last clip we see of her. And we're going to make a still of that clip. In order to do that, we have to take the little razor, and we've got to cut right there. Okay, and then go back to our pointer. And then when we click on this, you can right click and you can go to add frame hold, okay? When you do that, I want you to go over here and lock your audio. So we don't want any more of the audio to move, right? And then we're going to enlarge, just make it big for now. We can always fix that. So make it long so that we can really see. See how we can see how long that is? You can make it even longer than that because when we go into fade it out, we will shorten it up. So let's make it nice and long. Take her still for a while. So that the audio will stay as is because you paused it. That's what we wanted to do. Okay, so now you can unlock your audio. And at the end here, we're going to add a fade. But you might have noticed something. You see this red up here? Red means render. This needs to be rendered. And the way we do this is we click on what needs to be rendered, and we go up to here to sequence, and we render selection. And we'll notice when it's done, we have a still now. So now we see that it's green, and all we have to do is have a slow fade so we see a little bit of that, and then it will fade out. And this is how we do that. We go to our effects, and our effects reside in many places. One of the ways you can go is you can go here, and you can make sure your effects is open, and in this case it's sitting over here. Okay, so whenever you don't see a window, I wasn't looking over here, you go to Windows and you see what's open and what's not. I have almost everything open right now. So we go to effects, we open it up, and we want a video transition. We open that up. We want a dissolve or a peel or a wipe. No, it's more than likely we want a dissolve. A cross dissolve? No. Dip to black? That's exactly what, unless you want to dip to white, that would be your business. So we want to take that and we want to drag it on top of here. Okay? Obviously, it needs to be rendered. So let's check it first. Okay, we want it to be longer than that, right? So we're going to pull it over. I'd rather you have extra footage than none.
They didn't kill like the Germans did.
All right, that's not bad. I think I'm going to go just a little bit longer so she's not just stuck out there in the cold, okay? So let me see.
They didn't kill like the Germans did.
Perfect. Okay, now we can render that piece. So you click on it, you go up to sequence, you render selection, and you let it do its job. And now you've got both ends rendered. And now you've got both ends of your clip cut to where you want them, and you're ready to move on to our next phase.